Hi everybody, this is Alex with Guerilla Muscle, and today we're talking about legs. Alright, so for our first video we decided to go with a leg workout. I like working out legs a lot. It's a fun workout for me. It's, as everyone knows, it's not the easiest thing to work out, so I figured to start off with that. Now, I went away on vacation for New Year's, and after that I decided to take a couple more weeks off from working legs, so this workout is actually pretty much I think my third workout since I got back and started working out again. Pretty much hit legs non-stop for a year straight, and when I went on vacation it became pretty clear to me that my legs actually needed more time to relax, and the longer I rested them, the better I felt. So, now coming back, I had to get back pretty much everything that I had lost. I took a whole bunch of steps back, hopefully to take steps forward. So this is a pretty basic workout for me. I take, usually when my legs are feeling good and I'm already into like a workout groove, usually I do a lot more volume. I don't really go for weight, but the weight is a little heavier, so, but here I dialed it back, did my leg extensions to warm things up, and then didn't really care about weight there. I was just focusing on the squeeze, was trying to wake up the quad again. It's a process, especially after taking so many days off, to wake up the quads for me and make sure I'm not only just squeezing with the part of the quad that's by my knee, but also part of the quad that's higher up. So, you'll see a lot of quad work in the beginning. And then I like to warm up the rest of my legs, like abductors, adductors. You'll see me warming up some hamstrings, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But I just like being nice and warm before I really work my legs. Over the years, I've just learned that if I don't do a good warm-up, I'm more injury prone, and then I'll jump right into it and I'll get hurt, and I have to wait out 3 weeks or whatever it is before I get better. So started off pretty easy. Once I get into the swing of things, the volume will go up and the amount of exercises will go up, and what we do in those exercises will go up. But for now, the main movements really here are the leg extension, which I use both as like a warm-up and as like a pretty big pre-exhaust. I want my quads to be pretty beaten up by the time I'm ready to actually work the quads. And then the other major quad movements are just overhead leg press. Nothing crazy there, just focusing on some squeeze, focusing on getting some good repetitions with some nice weight. And again, this machine makes you feel really good. You really load it up with plates. I had like 6 plates on each side. I could do 7 plates. I could do 8 plates. Nobody wants to see 8 plates, but I could do it. So it makes me feel pretty good. It's not true weight. You're probably lifting only about 50% of what's on there, if not even less, but makes you feel good, kind of gets my legs all woken up and ready for work. So I use the leg overhead press, and then I follow it up with just some regular hack squats and pretty much call it a day. And it's a couple days after that workout, I got a haircut, and I can tell you I was really sore from it, even though it's nowhere near what my leg workouts typically look like. So here we go. Alright, so here you can see me doing the leg extension machine. Like I said in the intro, just using it basically for warm-ups to kind of wake the muscle up and help contract the full quad muscle, not just the part that, for me, is the dominant part, which is right by my knees. So here I'm focusing on squeezing the entire quad all the way from my knee to my hip, and to accomplish it well, I need low weight. And I don't really use this machine for heavy weight anyway. This is leg extensions, and if I do them heavy, and it's not recommended, but especially for me, if I do them heavy, I can immediately guarantee tendonitis. So I do them for my warm-up, I do them for my pre-exhaust, and when I come off of this machine, I like my legs to be completely on fire and shot. And that's how I know that I did this machine well. So in this particular set, I'm slightly going up in weight. I think I'm about maybe like 50 pounds here or something like that, or maybe 70, but again, completely low weight, just focusing on that squeeze. And I go for reps as well, so I'm going between 15 to 20. And by the time I'm at my 5th or 6th set, and again, I do these on feel, so by the time I'm feeling like my quad is contracting well and it's full of blood and it's got a big pump going, that's when, for me, it's time to come off and go do something else. So that's my nice little warm-up. So here you will see me using the adductor and abductor machine. Right now I'm working on my abductors. So I'm working on my hips, trying to warm them up, and just like I said, I took quite a lot of time off. So here I am trying to warm up the rest of my leg. My quad is good to go, my knees are feeling really good right now, so now it's just a matter of warming everything else up. So these are specifically on the hips, and I pretty much go non-stop here. This time it took me 4 sets to feel real good. This is actually just the first set. You'll see on these adductors. Going pretty light, but when the weight starts to get heavier and the sets and the reps start to drop off a little bit, I'll add in stretching here. So instead of just going back and forth, I'm just throwing a stretch to really get things going. I don't go for really high weight here, and again, I go by feel, anywhere from 12 to 20 reps. But this is just to warm up the legs. I'm not going to do any pressing movements without my legs being completely warmed up in these ways. Otherwise, I know myself, and maybe you can skip it. I know people that definitely skip it, but I find even just doing these, even though I do use some energy here, I squat and press better with my hips nice and full of blood. And this is more of the same. I'm just trying to warm up the rest of my leg here. So these I'm only doing for reps. I have a separate hamstring day. This does not count as hamstrings at all. But before I go into presses, just like with the adductors and adductors, I want as much blood and as big of a pump in my whole leg as possible, not just the quad that I'm working. So I'm doing real lightweight here. I end up doing like 6 sets of these of lightweight, just focusing on the squeeze and then getting those hamstrings full of blood. And for me, it's just amazing what a full hamstring will do to your pressing. This is just more of that warm-up. And now, after all that warming up, we're finally into the actual exercise. Not a whole lot going on here. Just this is that leg press that I was talking about. I got 5 plates on each side. There's no way it's actually 5 plates worth of weight, but you know, it makes me feel good about myself. So I kind of like it. And I use it on these really abridged leg days where I'm just trying to wake myself up. It is still heavyweight, you know, it's not very light, it's definitely not what it would be on a bar, but it's heavy enough to warm my leg up. And for my 3rd leg day, this is enough. I did 6 sets of pressing, ending on, I think this is my last set here, where I got 6 on each side or something like that. And again, range of motion isn't very big, but the main exercise that I'm leading up to for quads is this guy right here, which is the hack squat. Now, this is our first time filming, so we got a little bored of pausing the film, and we only filmed this 1 set. But this is really the exercise that all those warm-ups were there for, including the overhead leg press. I went heavy there. I ended up finishing on 4 plates, so 2 on each side of the hack squat, which is pretty heavy for me. I'm not very strong, so this is more than enough. And we were able to pretty much get the whole quad dead by the end of this. So we finished leg day off with just some calf exercises. I know my calves don't grow too easily, so what I've learned over the years, just in order to hit them well, I can't have any breaks while I'm doing them. So you'll see very short rest periods between sets here, and really I'm just going by feel. I want to do them as long as they're able to squeeze efficiently, and then when I start losing that squeezing sensation, then I know I can stop. So you'll see me stopping pretty soon. Again, nothing crazy on the weight, and I just keep going. Sometimes what I'll do, instead of waiting like I'm doing right there, I'll get up and I'll just do just come up on my toes without any weight and get right back into the machine. And that way, when I do it like that, then I know I can make a difference. Otherwise, we're just not gonna grow. So do a whole bunch of reps here. Keep going, little break periods, and then right back on the gas. And then that's pretty much it for legs. So thanks for watching all the way through, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye, everybody.